YIC Yoga Instructor Course, second chapter, Why Yoga. Let's come to the introduction. Any system or process will be accepted by the common man if it can prove its usefulness in his day to day aspects of his life. In the past, we have seen how the society accepted and adapted science as an integral part of its structure because technology solved the problems of providing the basic necessities of life and offering a more comfortable life to an individual. We have also seen that now society is all set for yoga. Why? Now society is all set for yoga. Why? Let's have knowledge step by step. First stage, applications of yoga. Yoga offers all round personality development. At muscular level, it gives deep relaxation. At pranic level, it's slowing down of breath and gives balancing. At mental level, it increases creativity and willpower. At emotional level, it enhances happiness in life and equipoise. At intellectual level, it sharpen intellect and calming down the mind. Yoga offers man a conscious process to solve the menacing problems of unhappiness, restlessness, and emotional upset, hyperactivity, etc. in the society and helps to evoke the hidden potentialities of man in a systematic and scientific way, by which man becomes a fuller individual. All his faculties physical, mental, intellectual, and emotional development in a harmonious and integrated fashion to meet the all round challenge of the modern technological era with its hectic speed. Stage 2, Yoga for Education. The aim of all education, undoubtedly, is the attainment of human excellence and perfection, not just in any field of knowledge or activity, but life in totality. Education should be the means to fathom excellent characters out of the very ordinary human raw material. This means culturing of the qualities of head and heart in a way congenial to the growth and development of oneself and others around him. The speciality of yogic process is that the faculties get sharpened in tune with the spiritual progress of man. Let us now try to understand what we mean by an integrated personality development with spiritual growth. Let's have the knowledge. First step at personality development at physical level. Physical personality development would not imply to a bulky body weighing 100 kg. An ideal body has the following features prescribed by yoga. Number one, a proportionate body with all the muscles relaxed in the normal state. It is soft like a flower and supple to the core. Second, instantly it can acquire a diamond's hardness. All organs and systems in the body work in harmony and with least abnormalities. least abnormalities. Third, the chronic and acute elements vanish or are absent in such a body. These aspects of personality development at a physical level make the body work most efficiently by harnessing the energizes in the right direction. At resting periods, all the muscles are relaxed and the joints remain loose to conserve energy, and the metabolic rate is very low. During normal activities, just the necessary amount of energy is used by the body. At crucial times, under conditions of high stress, the functions of organs coordinate so nicely that the necessary energy gets evoked and flows profusely into those regions which need more energy. The body gets all the necessary strength to deal with the situation. This stamina, through harnessing of inner vital energies and training the different organs and systems to work in such coordination, can be efficiently accomplished by by yogic practices. It is in this area of application of yoga that the specialists in physical culture, wrestlers, sportsmen, acrobats, gymnastics, etc., are keenly interested and are putting yoga to their utmost use. At second level, personality development at mental level. Creativity and willpower are the two aspects of mind which come under this head of personality development. It has been well recognized that creativity is the core of arts and technology. It has been seen that yogic postures enhance the creativity power of man. As such, many musicians, poets, film artists, engineers, and technologists have been attracted to yoga. Willpower is an essential requirement for all persons to accomplish any work, however insignificant or great the task is. There is a fine shloka in Niti Satakam describing there three types of people: fearing possible obstacles and difficulties. The lowest do not start the work at all. Having come to face obstacles one after another, the middle type leaves the work incomplete. But best are they who reach out to completion of the task in spite of all odds that torture and crush them all through. Yoga, by its systematic and conscious process of calming down the mind, erases the weaknesses in the mind and builds willpower into it. In such a mind, each obstacle is conceived as a challenge and arouses tremendous energy to combat the situation. Bravery becomes a part of the personality. Repeating, bravery becomes a part of the personality. Steadfast to the core, such a person takes up the challenges with marvelous soberness in life and converts them into opportunities for accomplishing his mission. Third level, personality development at emotional level. Our emotions control our behavior especially at crucial junctures. The challenges of the modern era pose a great threat to the emotional faculty of man. At the culturing of our emotions, development of our emotional faculties finds no place in the whole scheme of education. Man looks lost amidst the atrocities of life, unable to overcome his emotional conflicts, blocks, and turmoil. The result is deep unrest, agony, and psychosomatic elements. Yoga trains us to systematically sharpen and sensitize our emotions, consciously expand and diffuse the overtones of such sensitization. Thus, yoga offers a fine tool for the development of the emotional personality of man. Fourth level, personality development at intellectual level. In the modern era of science, a sharp intellect plays a key role in the scheme of education rather than mechanical cramming up of information. Thinking and understanding are valued more in the learning process. The children are taught right from the primary level to think logically and scientifically. The capacity to analyze and correlate relevant information forms the functions of the intellect. Concentration is the expression, precision is the outcome. However, this enhanced power of the sharpened intellect associated with deep, powerful concentration among the intellectual cream of the society has also bound man into the whirlpool of intellectual slavery. He finds himself unable to come out of the strong clutches of deep concentration. Though it is torturous and he very much wants to come out of it, he finds himself stuck. His worries and attachments do not release him. The development of personality at intellectual level should not only result in an intense sharpening of the intellect but also include a mastery to come out of the enslaving power of the sharpened intellect. Swami Vivekananda therefore rightly emphasized concentration and detachment. Concentration and detachment as the two vital parts of education. Not only should it be possible for one to dive deep into any subject, but also be able to come out of it at any moment. It is again the speciality of yoga that can bring about this comprehensive development of intellect as we have the mind that brings the capacity to detach capacity to detach. Hence, yoga is attracting the attention of many intellectual supports, bringing them into its fold. Fifth level, personality development at a spiritual basis. A man may have a very steady physique, amazing creative power, a powerful intellect, and a highly sensitized emotional grasp. It may have not an idea of spiritual progress. He may not possess even an linking of the spiritual dimension. What then can be said to characterize this development? Kathopanishad defines the same thus: the self-existence Lord made the sense outgoing. The self-existence Lord made the Gnanendriyas or senses organs outgoing only. Therefore, one sees the outer things and not the inner self. Not the inner self. A rare, courageous person desiring immortality turns his eyes away and then see the indwelling self. He only can see himself. He can get the self realization. Normally, all of us are so struck that we look mostly outside of ourselves at the environment only. The senses grasp things around them. Predominantly, we spend the whole life in understanding the grandeur of the world outside, solving the problems associated with it, unraveling the mysteries therein, using such knowledge to make our life more comfortable and enjoyable, bringing up our children to perpetuate and sustain the society around us, striving to set partners of behavioral and equities of transactions, and so on. In spite of this pattern of life, some glimpses into the depths of our inner dimension occasionally flash in all our lives. Very few catch these glimpses, but some are awful struck by the heterote unknown dimensions hidden within. The search begins, the quest starts. Then that person is on the march towards spirituality. Does the spirituality dimension of man concern itself with the inner world? The move towards the casual state of mind, the root of the intellect, and the substram of the emotions. Man starts looking inwards. It is this inward journey that marks the beginning of the spiritual quest. Introspection and inward look and inner awareness features the quest. The subtler layers of mind unfold themselves. The inner dimensions of the personality open out. Let's having the knowledge about benefits as mentioned in Patanjali Yoga Sutras and Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Yoga is a process of all-round personality development by number one, deep relaxation at muscular level, slowing down of breath and maintaining balance at pranic level, increasing creativity and willpower at mental level, sharpening the intellect and calming down the mind at intellectual level, enhancing the happiness in life and equipoise at emotional level, and manifesting the innate divinity in man in all aspects of life. Then, yoga is not only a process for leading man towards this astounding hidden inner personality of man by bringing mastery over the mind, intellect, and emotional faculties, but also a powerful tool to manifest those hidden potentialities in him. As the man progresses, his zeal to perfect himself grows. In the process, he learns and understand the expressions of nature around him. The inner growth and outer expression go hand in hand. He starts manifesting the inner divinity in his behavior. His lower animal nature pulls and emotions, Harishad Varga, the six major enemies of man, namely kama. Kama means intense desire, krodha, anger, lobha, miserliness, moha, infatuation, mada, arrogance, and maschara, jealousy. Damage continuously. His slavery reduces. He starts becoming the mastery by gaining control over them. And that is the growth process which is in tune with spiritual growth. Great scientists, as great seekers of reality, hesitate not to open themselves to unknown religions as well. Unknown religions as well. There is an adventure in it for them. The new glimpses of the inner world draw them within. It is this openness, humbleness, and humility among the highly developed researchers of the modern scientist era that is making them use yogic postures in their quest. They know no prejudice. Appreciations of such developments by earlier seekers characterizes them. Yoga is leading them to open up their spiritual dimensions. Thus, yoga can accomplish an all round personality development by solving the problems of man and by bringing bliss into his life. It is for this reason that yoga is also becoming popular day by day in all parts of our globe. Just as science and technology grew popular in the society, yoga is a science applicable to all, irrespective of age or sex, caste or creed, religion or sect.